Today we have the brand new Sony A7C R with us. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the Sony A7C R and also show you how to get started shooting photos and videos with this camera right out of the box. So let's get into it. Now the C in the name stands for compact and the R stands for resolution. And essentially what you're getting with this camera is a compact version of the Sony A7R Mark V. It features the same 61 megapixel sensor as the A7R Mark V and Sony's new touchscreen menu system, which is incredibly user-friendly. Now the main distinction between the A7C-R and the A7R5 is that the A7C-R only has a single SD card slot, while the A7R Mark V has a dual SD card slot. This camera is also an incredibly capable video camera. It shoots up to 4K 60 uncropped in 10-bit 422 color. The Sony A7C-R also has pixel shift multi-shooting, which this will combine up to 16 images to create a 240 megapixel photo. And it also comes with this grip extender that you can easily attach to the bottom of the camera. This will help if you're shooting with some bigger lenses and you just want a little bit of extra grip. And this comes with the Sony NP-FZ100 battery, and it accepts SD-XC cards, both UHS 1 and UHS 2. And my personal favorite SD card is the OWC Atlas Ultra V90 card. It's one of the fastest and most affordable V90 SD cards on the market currently. All right, so now I'm gonna quickly show you how to get started shooting photos with this camera. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna wanna do is turn the camera on with this on-off switch. Next, right below the mode dial, you're gonna see this little switch where you can switch easily between the S&Q video and the photo mode. So you'll just want to switch into the photo mode. And now with the mode dial, you can easily pick which mode you wanna shoot in. So say if you do want a point and shoot experience and you don't really wanna worry about settings, you'll want to switch to the auto. And you have intelligent auto, which this will automatically detect the scene for you. Or you can go down and now you have the scene selection. Say if you wanna shoot sports, macro, landscape, sunset, night scene, night portrait. You have a good amount of options that you can switch between. Now, once you have selected your auto mode, you'll see this new touchscreen menu system, which you can swipe it on and off. So I'll just go down the line just so you can see. So first off, you can take a picture with this top button. You can start recording a video with this little red dot. You can switch your recognition target. So if you're shooting animals, insects, cars, trains, planes, or humans, and you can also switch between your touch function. Personally, I prefer to keep my touch function on touch tracking. Say if I'm using autofocus and I want it to specifically focus on a certain subject, all I have to do is tap it, and now it's tracking that subject no matter where I move the camera. And to cancel it, you'll just hit this little X on the top right corner. We have our playback right here. And then starting on the right, this little top corner on the right, you can go back to your auto selection and switch in between whichever auto selection you'd like. You have your drive mode, so you can do single shooting, continuous shooting, a bunch of other bracket modes. And next up, you have your shoot mode, but because you're in auto, you can't switch between those. If you do want to switch your shoot modes, you're gonna have to switch into one of the manual modes. Next up, we have our white balance selector, which that is also disabled when you're in auto mode. We also now have a little background defocus mode. So you just turn this on and now you can switch between the defocus background. You can adjust the brightness, the color, and also the creative look. And you can easily switch between those, which is actually really cool. And if you want to turn it off, just tap it one more time and it will reset everything. Click OK and you're good to go. And I'll show you how to shoot in the manual mode real quick. So first thing you want to do is get this little mode dial and switch it all the way to the M. Now I'm shooting in manual, and as you can see, the screen is essentially the same, but now I have more manual controls. So I can adjust my shutter speed right here. I can adjust my aperture. I can adjust my ISO with this little ISO tab right here. And I can also adjust my white balance just by tapping that little sun icon, your focus area, and your picture profile as well. One more thing you might want to go in and change if you plan on shooting manual is the photo format. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is hit this little menu button right here. Click that, you just go to this little house icon, and under main, you can switch the photo format. So say if you want to shoot in Raw and JPEG, or JPEG, you can choose between those under the file format, and also the RAW file type if you do plan on shooting RAW. Now, if you plan on shooting JPEGs, you can go to this little JPEG image size, and you can choose small, medium, or large. Now, one last thing I want to show you for shooting photos with this camera is how to turn on the pixel shift multi-shooting. And for this one, you will have to go into the menu, so I'll walk you through that right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click this little menu button right here. And once you click that, you're just gonna wanna go down to this little camera icon right here, click right, go down to drive mode, and under drive mode, you can go all the way to the bottom where you'll see pixel shift multi-shooting. Click that, and now you can choose between shooting in 4 shots to combine an image or 16 shots to combine an image. Now, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is the intervals. So say if you do have it on a tripod, you might be fine locking it in an interval of like 1 shot every 3 seconds or 4 seconds. But say if you are shooting handheld, you might wanna do the shortest interval. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how to shoot videos with the A7C R. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is switch this little tab from the photo mode now to the little video icon. And if you don't wanna worry about any of the manual settings, all you have to do is switch this little mode dial to the auto mode. And the swipe and touch menu is pretty similar, but there's a few different tools that they now have, which I'll walk you through real quick. So first off, we have the focus map, which actually will give you a little map showing what's in focus, and you can easily just turn that off. Next up, we have our recognition target. Of course, you have our touch function while shooting. We have our playback. If you do want to do a self timer for video, say if you're recording yourself, you can do that. And you can switch between auto and manual focus right here. And again, you can turn on this little mode, which you can pretty much do background defocusing. You can adjust the brightness, the color, and also switch the creative look. So say if you just want an even easier experience, you can turn this on and you can adjust to whatever you like. And if you do want to go back just to the regular automatic shooting, you just click this again. It's just going to reset all of those automatic values. Click OK and you're good to go. And now I'll show you how to shoot manual video. So the first thing you're going to want to do is switch the little mode dial to this little M, which stands for manual. And now, as you can see, you have control of your shutter speed, your ISO, your white balance, and your aperture. You just tap these little tabs on the bottom to adjust. And everything on the touch menu is pretty similar except this little picture profile. So now you can switch between the different picture profiles super easily on the touch menu. Now for shooting video, one more set of menus you'll want to look at is main menu 1 and 2. These menus will allow you to adjust your frame rates, if you want to shoot in S-Log3, and most importantly, your file format and record settings. So now I'll walk you through that real quick. And all you have to do is tap the little menu button, and once you are in, just go to this little house icon right here, and now go to the main menus, go down to main menu 2, and you'll go right, and under log shooting, you'll just want to go in, turn that on, and now you can shoot in S-Log3 and you can pick your color gamut as well. And I personally always use sgamut3.cine for S-Log3, click that, and now a couple more steps to do is go back to main menu 1, and under main menu 1, you can now select LUT because say if you're shooting in S-Log3, the color profile is going to be incredibly flat. So all you have to do is go to S709, and now you're basically getting a preview of what your image will look like after you color grade it. And if you go down, your last steps are the file format and also your record setting. And for file format, I always prefer to go XAVC-S because it's the perfect balance between quality and file size. Next up is the record setting. So if you are shooting in S-Log, you're gonna wanna always make sure that you're shooting in 422 10-bit because this will give you the most color information and the most flexibility when you're color grading that S-Log3 footage. Now that I showed you how to shoot photo and video, I'll quickly show you how to shoot in the S&Q and time-lapse modes, and that is really easy. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is switch to this little S&Q mode with this little switch right below the mode dial, and now you have slow and quick for slow-mo, or you have time-lapse. So if you wanna shoot in slow and quick, just click that, and when shooting in the S&Q mode, you might want to adjust a few settings. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is go into the menu, and now you can go down to this little house icon, and under main menu 1, just go to the right once, and the first thing you'll see is the frame rate settings. So right here, you can quickly adjust whichever frame rate settings you want to shoot in, and you will want to switch to 10-bit for the most color grading flexibility. And if you do want to switch into a time lapse, all you have to do is on the touch menu, just in the top right corner where it says S&Q, tap that, and now you'll go back to that main menu, go down to time lapse, click that. And again, if you do want to adjust some settings in time-lapse, click this little menu setting, and you can choose your record frame rate and interval time right here. All right, everyone, so that is your quick start guide for the Sony A7C R, and you can pre-order this camera now on ShopMoment.com. If you do have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one.